Hi everyone, in this video I'm going to show you how to construct a frequency polygon for the distribution shown below. So in this problem, you guys are given the intervals and the frequencies. In order for you to construct a frequency polygon, you need to find the midpoints of the intervals and the frequencies. You already know the frequencies, right? Here are the frequencies that are given to you already, but you're not given the interval midpoints. So that's what we are going to find first. All right, so to find the interval midpoints, let's start with the first one. Let's start with the first interval here. Okay, 95 to 99. To find the midpoint of that interval, you just need to take the lower number, 95, added to the highest number, which is 99, divided by 2. And what is the answer? 97, right? So that is the midpoint of that interval. And you would do the same thing to the next interval, which is 90 to 94. So 90 plus 94 divided by 2 is 92, okay, and so on. So the midpoint for the next one will be 87 if you do the same thing as what we just did for the other two. And the midpoint of the next interval is 82. The next one is 77 and 72, 67, 62, 57, 52, 'There's a typo right here, everyone. This one is not 50 to 54. It's a typo. That class should be from 45 to 49. So the class midpoint of that interval is 47. And the last one is 42. So those are the midpoints of the intervals that we just found. But in order for you to complete a frequency polygon, you also need to have the midpoint of the interval that is below the interval 40 to 44, so that you can anchor the polygon down to the horizontal axis later. So how do you find that class midpoint of the interval that is below the interval from 40 to 44? So if you notice the pattern of the midpoints, you can see that the distance from 47 to 42 is 5, because 47 minus 42, which is 5, right? And the distance from 52 to 47 is also 5, because when you take 52 minus 47, which is 5. And you can check the next one. You can see that 57 minus 52 is also 5. So the distance between any two consecutive midpoints is 5. So that means that the next class midpoint below 42 would be 42 minus what is 5? You would say it would be 37, right? So it's 37 is the midpoint of the interval that is below the interval from 40 to 44. Okay, so it will be 37. And you will see how we're going to use that midpoint later. So this is the extra midpoint that we just found. All right. We also need to find the midpoint of the interval that is above 97. So you can see that I'm going to delete this. So we also need to find the midpoint above the 97 over here. And you can see that the distance between 97 and 92 is 5. Because when you take 97 minus 92, which is 5, right? And so on. So and also the distance between the 92 and 87 is also 5. Okay. So that means that if you go up the list, then to get to the next midpoint, you just need to add 5 to the current one. So that means that the next midpoint would be 97 added to 5, which is 102. Okay, so this one will be 102. Or you can also check it by taking 102 minus 5, which is 97, which is the midpoint of the interval from 95 to 99. So if you find the interval with the midpoint 102, then it should be 100 to 104, right? That would be the interval of the midpoint 102. And that means that the frequency of that class or the interval is 0 because it does not contain any items. So the frequency of the interval from 100 to 104 is 0. And if you want to find the interval of the midpoint 37, then it would be 35 to 39. All right, now let's list all the points that we just found. So the first point is 102, 0. So those are the points that include the midpoint and the frequency. (97,3) And the next one is 92,4, and then 87,6, 82,8, 77,11, 72,12, 67,15, 62,10, 57,5, 52,4, 47,0, 42,2, and 37,0. That is the last one. So for a frequency polygon, you will list the frequencies on the vertical axis and the midpoints on the horizontal axis. Let's start with the vertical axis. So on the vertical axis, we need to list the frequencies. But how do we know where to start? If you look at the frequency column, so all the frequencies here, you can see that the smallest frequency is 0. And the largest frequency is 15, right? So this is the largest one, 15, and the smallest one is 0. So that means that you want to start from 0 to 15, okay? So I'm going to start listing them from 0 to 15. So the 0 is at the origin here, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Okay. And if you look at the midpoints that we just found, here are the midpoints that we just found. You can see that the smallest number, is 37, and it keeps increasing. So all the way up to the top. So the largest, here is the largest midpoint. Okay, so we're going to start from the smallest midpoint, 37, all the way up to 102, which is the largest midpoint on the horizontal axis. All right, so I'm going to start from 37. 42, 47, 52, 57, 62, 67, 72, 77, 82, 87, 92, 97, and the last one is 102. So the last one is 102. So those are the midpoints, okay? So the one that we just listed are the midpoints. Okay, so I'm gonna start from the left to the right. I'm gonna start from the left to the right. So that means that I'm gonna start with this point first, 37, 0. So the first point is 37, 0. Remember that the first coordinate is the midpoint and second coordinate is the frequency. So to find 37, it's going to be on the horizontal axis and it's right here, but the frequency is 0. So the point 37, 0 should be on the horizontal axis right here. The next point is 42, 2. 42 is the class midpoint, which is right here. And 2 is the frequency, so it should be right here. So here is the point 42, 2. Okay. The next point is 47, 0. 47, 0. 47 is right here. But the frequency is 0. That means that this point here is on the horizontal axis. So this point right here is 47, 0. The next point is 52, 4. 52 is right here. And the frequency is 4. So it's over here. So that means that this is the point 52, 4. The next point is 57, 5. So 57 is right here. And 5 is the frequency, so it should be over here. So if we go all the way to the left, it should be right here. I mean to the right. 57,5. Okay. And the next point is 62,10. So 62 and 10 is the frequency. So 10 is over here. So you go all the way to the right, and then from 62 you go up. This is where the 10 and the 62 meet. So this is the point 62, 10. The next point is 67, 15. 67 is here. And the 15, which is the frequency, is all the way up here. And if you move all the way to the right from the 15, and you move up from the 67, then here is the point 67, 15. The next point is 7212. 7212. So 72 is here. And 12 is over here. So if you move to the right from 12 and you move up from 72, then here is the point 72, 12. So the next point is 7711. 7711. 77 is here. And 11 is all the way up here. So here is the point 7711. The next point is 82.8. 82.8. So 82 is here. And 8 is here. And here is the point 82.8. All right, the next one is 87.6. 87 is here. And 6 is here. So if you move to the right and you move up, and this is the point 87.6. The next point is 92.4. So 92 is here and 4 is here. So if you move to the right, then this is the point 92.4. 2, 4. The next point is 97, 3. 97. And 3 is here. So here is the point 97, 3. So the last point is 102, 0. This is the last one, the last point. So 102 is here and 0 is on the horizontal axis. So the point should be on the horizontal axis. So this is the point 102, 0. Okay. So now we just have to connect all the points together. And make sure that you put the 2 marks here to show that you anchor the graph down, and another 2 on the left here. All right, so that is the frequency polygon.